Hello, this is Stacy Kimberly Rogers Anwamba. I am Apostle Shallow 8. I am God's healer, God's miracle worker, signs and wonders, and I am God's revelation. I am in Shiloh, a New Beginning Apostolic Ministry Church, my church. I am standing inside the church. I'm in the church now because I came here to pay my church rent for August the 1st. Okay? So God led me to come here and also led me to go into the post office because I never received mail, and I know that I do. My Jesus, Christ of Nazareth. I always receive mail, I know. But someone is taking my mail. Someone is trying to prevent someone from contacting me. I already know that. As you can see, it's dark in here. It's dark in here because when they had the inspection, they stated that the panel boxes was outdated. And how long ago was that? So Georgia Power would not turn the lights on until the inspection sheet states that everything is good to go. There's nothing wrong in here where service cannot be conducted. Okay, everything that was stated in regards to the reason why Georgia Power won't turn the lights on is because the panel boxes is outdated. All of that was a setup. So when the inspector came here, I've been here twice with the inspector. The first time the inspector came, he was a kind of Hispanic, skinny, Caucasian Hispanic guy. I already knew that day that they would not turn the lights on. I knew that, and I already knew who was connected to that. Okay, someone worked right at Federal Law Enforcement Training Center. Okay, and now, today, as I stated, there's no reason why these doors should not be reopened. God conveyed for me to come right here in video. Okay, there's no reason why they should not be reopened now. All this stuff going on, even with the MSPB, guess what? I'm winning. They losing. Getting put out their permanent hires. Right. Prime example, I went to the post office here. When I went to the post office, I saw immediately the blonde lady that I always see when I go in there. For some reason, every time I look in there, every time I go there and request information regarding my mail, I always notice that she's connected some way to it. I did not go in her line. I went into a African-American female line. She too, okay? Already know she's the one. I asked her, did anyone request anything in regards to my mail? I asked her, I said, well, did anyone by the name of Adair? Okay? When I said Adair name, she said no. Then I asked her, I said, well, what about Mary Frant? Okay? Because when I looked at her, I saw Mary Frant connected to her. I did. And Mary Frant connected my sister's name to her. I saw that. Okay? That's the African-American female line I went into today. Okay, today is July the 28th, 2026. I'm going to tell the truth. We're going to get to the bottom of all of this, all of it. Then I looked at the Caucasian woman that was standing next to her, because that's who, every time I go in there, God always reveal it's her. She already know. She knows Mark Adair. She knows Mr. Adair. Okay, so those two ladies, they need to be put under arrest. They need to be polygraphed. Okay, because they are connected to my mail. All this time, every time I go, I don't go very often, but every time I go, the Caucasian Hispanic girl, I know for a fact that she already knows something that's going on. She's connected to that mail, and she's the one I already know for a fact that she'll contact him, Mr. Adair. And it's no allegations. You're not going to play that allegation games and all that foolishness. Not going to play that. I already know for a fact that's her connecting. She know that I know it. And then the African-American woman too, when I went there, I know that she's connected too. Okay? So they need to be, honestly, they need to be polygraphed. They need to be arrested. Okay? Arrested for playing with people's mail. And it's the mail at the church, because somebody don't want me to receive mail that someone is trying to have me receive. I want this ended today, because it's going on too long. Not only that, also the MSPB. Okay, I talked to the lady this morning, Elena. Okay, matter of fact, that name is very, very familiar too. from years ago when I was trying to, when I called years ago, but I also was trying to get on Senator Warnock's calendar for the longest, for 2 years straight. Okay, 2 years straight. But anyways, today when I spoke with her, she said something in regards to the judicial and EEOC. Okay, I already knew that's where I was supposed to go. I've already provided the information to them before. This is going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, and all of this. The point being is, it doesn't matter what they say. My account online that says Stacey Kimberly Rogers have someone else's information in my account, in my profile for the MSPB. No matter what excuse they try to make up, well, you need to do this, you need to do that. The document that they sent to me back in March of 2025, it was returned back to them and I did not send it back. No one should have returned anything back to them. Then they sent it back to me in May. And the reason how I know they sent something back to them, that something supposedly was returned, because God revealed for me to call them and find out why. Why haven't I received anything in regards to my case? When I called them, the lady said, I called back in maybe like April of 2025. The lady said, well, we did send something to you in March. Matter of fact, it's March the 20th, but it was returned back to us. I said, well, who returned it back? Said, well, it came from you. Did not come from me. This is what I'm saying. All these games back and forth, they ceased. This is why they're under arrest. Y'all can play that game. Oh, it's nothing happening to us. It is because I'm doing it. It is. God real in me. He ain't gonna let you keep playing back and forth. I'm gonna receive my retirement. So you can play that all you want. This is what I know. I know you want me to get tired and give up and think you're gonna keep you're not gonna get my retirement and you're not gonna run me back and forth. And I don't have to pay for no attorney. You're gonna give me my money or you going to prison. That's it. I've already told you the names of the people that was connected. Already told you that I was harassed on the job. Already told you folks making errors to my work, and y'all know exactly who it is. Not gonna play that, okay? I'm just letting you know. I already know the steps and the procedures and the protocol. I know all of this. I know it. And I know your main goal is to have me help you put people under arrest so you can feed your belly and keep a job. But use me in the process of doing it, but you're not doing anything that you're supposed to be doing like I'm telling you to do, okay? You put me on my permanent hire without a reason, illegal, wrongful termination, and you know that you did that, okay? You can pull everybody in Homeland Security investigation, and you can polygraph every last one. We can get down to the bottom of this. But all this going back and forth, this not gonna go on. This gonna cease. Because everything I'm telling you, even with my church here, the same names that I named, that was the name of the person that sat right on the side of me when I was on the bottom floor. Okay? I already know this is incorrect. Just like y'all thought, oh, well, every time I come, you're going to harass me. You're not going to harass me. Every time you try to stop me or harass me, you're going to take your butt, you're going to jail. Watch, I'm telling the truth. I'm sitting right here in my church telling you truth. You're the one going to be arrested. Okay? I do not lie. Okay? Why you think I can stand right here and heal? I can go in my house and heal. Okay? No matter what you do, since you doing that, guess what? You'll never be able to get healed. And the only how you can heal is through God. Get healed by God. And God in me, because he made me the healer. Okay? Get mad, get pissed off, say whatever you want to say. I'm telling you the truth. And keep your butt out of my church, because no matter what you do to try to come in here sneaky, you're never going to get my spiritual gift. They are within me, and they cannot depart me. Okay? Never. Get used to it. Accept it. Okay? You messed your own self up playing that game with me. Like I stated, I want those two under arrest, and they're going to jail. Mark my words. They're going. Okay? Stop messing with my mail. Stop playing the games. It's not going to work no further. Every time you do something, what happened to you? Tell me what happened to you. You know what happened. And keep on. And watch what's going to happen next. Okay? I do not lie, and I'm not making idle threats. Okay? And you better not touch me. And you better not stop me on my way back. Okay? I'm telling you not. You're ashamed now because I put jail right back on you. I did. That's what I said. And as I stated, for the MSPB, I'm going to send that mess again, but it's going to be the same thing that I already provided to you. I don't have to do all that. You know I know the truth. That's y'all think you're going to use me. Every time you try to use me to arrest someone, you're going to get arrested. Okay? Every time you try to play the game like, well, we can do this, we can stop her, not going to do it. Not. Have cancer through your brain all the way to your bottom of your feet to try to stop me. Not going to do it. I stop you from doing it. And what else? I said it. Everything I said, I meant. What y'all thought? You gonna bully somebody and have somebody afraid of you? Be afraid of God in me. Y'all can play that game all you want to. That's right. Arrested. The two in the post office right here in Brunswick, Georgia. Know what's going on. Know what's going on. Now, touch my mail again. Again. I am in Shiloh, A New Beginning Apostolic Ministry Church, located at 3395 Suite C, Brunswick, Georgia, 31520. Shiloh, A New Beginning. This is Apostle Shiloh 8, Stacy Kimberly Rogers, Unwamba. Okay? And I am here. Today is July the 28th, 2026. I always come in advance. I am faithful and dedicated in everything that I do. Okay? My rent is being paid for August the 1st. Today is July the 28th. Okay? Make sure you understand that. Okay? So all this think is funny, you doing this, you ain't doing nothing. You already know I know the truth. Y'all the one afraid, not me. Okay? No, I know that. No, I know it, and no, I'm telling the truth. All this evil y'all don't lied and did and all kind of stuff. You think you're going to get by? You're not going to get by. But most important, no matter what you do, you can't make me heal you, and I'm not going to do it. Okay? Good day.